What up, She Gets It listeners? It's your girl, Shan. Welcome back to Season 7, Episode 5, What's Real Anyway? Today's topic is reality TV is in need of a rehab. Meaning, the people who've been viewing reality TV for the last 2 decades need fucking rehab. Because you don't need that shit. You don't need that shit. Real World was cool. I remember Real World when I was in like high school, in college. Then I got tired, right? Jersey Shore was a culture shock to see how them white folks did beach life and drama and alcohol and all of that shit. Okay. Bad Girls Club, I'm just like, oh, these bitches is just toxic as fuck and just problematic. And you put all of these different personalities with menstrual cycles in one house and y'all want to see how they react to each other. Boom. You're going to have a bomb every time, right? And I was just like, maybe these girls just want to show their ass on TV. And that's what it turned into. Series after series after series after series. Now, reality TV is being pushed to a point where you have to think, why do we want to see people overeat and watch people's 600-pound life when there's so many people who are homeless, who don't have food, so many children who don't have food, right? Why do we want to see how many burgers or hot dogs somebody can make? Why do we want to see constant episode of food wars or food challenges where people are just making food for the sake of winning a competition, and the food is not going to anyone that needs it? It's just for show. Why do we want to see that? Why do we keep wanting to see the demise of people's families being on a TV screen? And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that we need to take a mental break from reality TV and put real shows that show today's real family issues on the fucking TV. That's what people need. They need real mirrors of what the hell is going on television, not reality TV, because it's not real. Most of that shit is scripted and we don't need it. We don't need it. I'm not going to raise daughters who want to watch other people live their lives on a TV screen or on the internet. I'm not doing it. And then we see that the internet is now training our children to watch other kids play with toys they do not have, which is creating some form of doubt within themselves, jealousy within themselves, or why do they have that and I don't have it? Whereas less shows about kids actually making things on TV and being creative with what they have in their houses. A lot of kids are on the YouTube with their imagination, and that's what they want to watch. So you get kids that will probably find something to do in the house, sitting in front of an iPad or a computer, watching other kids actually use their imagination while they're making money. To the point where parents are quitting their jobs to make these videos to get views, in order to get money, in order to get contracts with companies to market their child. I don't want to market my child at all. I don't want to sell my child for modeling. I don't want to sell my child for singing or anything like that. If that's something they love to do, cool. But I'm not going to give my child a job, an occupation, when she has enough time in life to go ahead and do that on her own. I want my children to remain children as long as possible, which means they should not be doing adult shit. But we're going to get into this whole reality rehab. You already see I can go off on a motherfucking tangent on this shit. But it starts at the fact that people in society, and not just America, but all over the world, are partaking in this reality, quote unquote, TV, and thinking that this is how this is how this group of people act. This is how this group of people act. So then when I take it upon myself to gather up all my coinage and I go across waters and I go across seas and I go across different countries and continents, they look at me like, oh, no, I don't want her in here because I don't want her throwing glasses across the room if somebody says something she doesn't like. That is not me. That is not a representation of who I am. Those people on reality TV are cool with selling their souls and their families for a couple of bucks. That is not me. You will never find me throwing a glass across the room in a restaurant. You will never find me cussing out my mother across the table. You will never find me cussing out my sister or my brother across the table and vacationing with them and constantly doing episodes with them. That is not a representation of who I am. And I'm tired of black people fucking sitting on the fucking screen, allowing these companies like Bravo, motherfucking VH1. Who else does it? Who has Basketball Wives on that hoe? Trash! Shawnee, you should be ashamed of yourself as a black woman. You basically made your money off of the embarrassment and foolishness of black women making a fucking fools of themselves on national television. And I'm supposed to be like in awe of you? We're supposed to be like, now that woman is a businesswoman. No, bitch, not me. I'm not doing it. Nope. So that's what we're getting into, okay? Y'all can already tell like how I feel about this shit. Y'all already know. I'm just giving y'all a motherfucking taste. Don't forget to check out She Gets It Pod on IG. Hashtag that hoe. You gonna find me to keep up with the latest show. Now, let's get into what we about to get into. Can I keep it a bean? Let me keep it a bean. The Kardashians don't even have their same faces anymore. They don't even have the same dad they had anymore. And I'm not talking about the one that's deceased. God rest his soul. I wonder what he would say. These motherfucking boot camps, this dysfunction that's on TV, Tamar off of the Braxtons, you know how many seasons they done gave on these networks, and she wanted to commit suicide because these networks that are owned by white folks that love black people to make a fools of themselves on national television, that love black people also in music to spew out this hate for each other, this need to talk about negativity because conscious rap is just not it anymore. Anything positive being talked about is not it. Let's talk about how high you gonna get. Let's talk about how many bitches gonna fuck. Let's talk about how many people you want to kill. Let's sell that. Like, they're making money sitting in their vacation homes, traveling, putting their money into all types of motherfucking savings and trust funds and shares in companies while you look a fucking fool on TV. It's a distraction, it's destruction, and it's dysfunction. That's what the fuck it is. The world is having a false view of what black people are. The world is having a false view of what our youth are all about. These shows that get your views are not just shows that will just want to create content. They're getting your views and you're making money because they're getting your views. So stop watching that shit. It's not real. You have rich people on TV making a fucking fool of themselves. People that went to college for years, for decades, work great jobs, have vast amounts of opportunity on TV making a fool of themselves for an extra couple of dollars. You have creative people owning businesses, getting other creative black people in a fucking tattoo shop, just with a whole type of drama and dysfunction for views. And no matter how much better you get in life or where you go in life, that shit will follow you because that shit is always going to be there. That's documented proof that you sold your soul for a couple of dollars. And sometimes that's documented proof that you sold your family for a couple of dollars. Because these kids that come out of your pussies and your dick sperm did not ask to be on television with a quadrillion of fucking people watching their lives. They didn't ask for that. Fuck VH1. Fuck Bravo. Fuck any network on TV exploiting and making dysfunction for the fucking fact of dollars in their pocket and making you look like a fucking fool. Fuck all of the people and actresses, because some of them got scripts that was like, you know what? I will go ahead and sell myself and my family for at least $50,000 for this season. I will go ahead and do that. Yes. Where do I sign? Fuck y'all. Find something else to do. If you're so fucking brilliant and talented and so far from who you used to be, you shouldn't need reality TV. You need to find something else to do with your time. Y'all can get money and be real. Y'all can get money and have real friends. Y'all do not have to be fighting each other on TV, inviting each other to each other's houses. I don't have any friends that I want to fight, that I want to invite them to my house, or I want to go to a party with another friend and have tea with them or drinks. I don't have any friends like that. Do you? Do you have friends that you have all this hostility and hate for and just backstabbing and conniving that you want to go on vacation with? Do you? I don't have that. The truth is, y'all lives got bought for a cheap price and forever laughs on other people. Like, if I wanted to look at Real World Season 8, I could pick it up and look at everybody in it. Your kid's gonna grow up and look at different seasons of how your fucking face changed through surgery because you hate your fucking self and be like, that's my mom. They're gonna look at your fucking sex tapes that are on porn sites and all of this and be like, oh, that's my mom. That's my dad. Oh yeah, he was stroking. Like, this what y'all want? And you can't turn around and be mad at people who sell their bodies for sex work, because you're also selling your body and your life and your kids' lives and your parents' lives for the sake of somebody watching you, getting laughs off of you, and getting joy out of the destruction of what the fuck you're choosing to do to yourself. Because nobody is saying you have to do these shows on these networks. You're choosing to sign on a contract in order for these people to follow you around with fucking cameras, and then you get mad that you have no privacy. You signed up to have no privacy. You signed your child up to have no privacy. It's 2 hours after a child done came out of your vagina and the world knows it. Did the child's grandparents even know it yet? Oh no, that's not important to you because you already signed on a dotted line. Reality TV is not worth it. Reality TV is not worth me sitting down in the home that I work for, that I didn't sell my family for, and the things that I have, where there's so many other interesting things on motherfucking television and the internet or in books that I could read, where I'm going to watch you live your life in a very wasteful way. I'm not doing it. And I can say that because I once was a teenager watching that shit. I once was a woman in her 20s watching that shit and thinking that it was okay. And then I started to see how people in other countries looked at women and men with my skin tone and how they treated them and how they grouped them together as being this hostile, rude, no manners having group of people, and we should treat them like this because that's how they act on reality TV. Like, you go to other countries and they ask you where you're from and you say America, you gonna see some faces scrunch up. You gonna see some lips turn up. It's because of how we're shown on a TV screen for other countries to see, for other people to see that don't know us. The only person I can logically respect from reality TV would be Cardi B. She kept her same personality and tripped most of y'all the fuck up. And she tripped most of y'all the fuck up because most of y'all didn't think this stripper from wherever she was going to make it. This stripper with bad verbiage was going to make it. And she made a lifestyle for herself. And she got married. And she's still herself. She's still herself. She figured out a way to make money for her family and remain herself. And that's the only one I could respect out of the bunch. Because season after season after season after season, you see these so-called talented people keep signing on the dotted line for these seasons on these shows as if they don't have nothing else to fucking do with their life. For working people, reality TV is you having joy in the demise of others. An escape, a healthy escape would be you reading a fucking book. A healthy escape would be you actually spending time with your children and them just not being in their rooms or on the computer or on the iPad. A healthy escape would be you taking them outside somewhere and doing an activity with them. You do not need to be sitting on your couch in your home or at work at your desk worrying about what happened on the last episode of Basketball Wives. What happened on the last episode of what is that fucking medicine show with those black women acting a fucking fool. That should not be on your fucking agenda. Stop giving these networks views because they don't give a fuck about you and what they're representing when they see you on the screen. They want drama. They want negativity. They want to disturb your peace because it makes money for them. They would never put their families on TV for no amount of money. They will never have you see them without makeup on TV for no amount of money. They will never let you see how bad they cuss out their mother-in-laws and their father-in-laws on national television. They're not. Is it because they're better? Is it because their skin makes them better? Is it because their money makes them better? No, it's their values and their sense, their common sense that they have, where they understand that they can do something else to make more money instead of them look a fucking fool on TV. And they're making millions and sometimes billions off of the backs of different cultures of people willing to sell themselves for the sake of being on a fucking TV screen. And I'm talking about people at home like you, like myself, have to stop watching this bullshit that they're feeding us on TV. Because when they get less views and they see less people are tuning in, they're going to give less episodes. And when you get less episodes and you're still getting less views, that means they're going to try something else. And they need to try something else because this reality TV bullshit, it has to go. It has to go. If I was overweight and I keep eating unhealthy stuff and I keep getting bigger, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, and I know that there's a 600-pound life show on TV, you think I'm trying to lose weight or you think I'm trying to get on that TV? I'm trying to get on that motherfucking TV and get paid because I have nothing else to lose. Because it seems like people who are 600 pounds and struggling and on their fucking dying bed that have so-called people that love them, that keep bringing them this unhealthy shit to eat, they're getting money. So I want to get money. I don't want to get healthy. I want to get money. We have to show them that that shit ain't right. We have to show them that they're being exploited. If you do your history, back in the day, Black people and Black children and Black babies were put in human zoos. And those human zoos remained open because people kept showing up and people kept paying to see how hard they can hit the black baby and make them cry or make them fall. How hard they can hit and poke at a black woman with big breasts or a big butt or big thighs or big lips. Let's yell at her. Let's throw cans at her. Let's see how many times we can poke him or do things to a man, a black man, because his features are different from ours. A human fucking zoo existed because people paid for it and wanted to see it. Reality TV exists because we keep watching this shit. There are women in their 20s watching this shit, 30s watching this shit, 40s watching this shit. The only TV that I want to see that's reality or so-called reality is people making fucking money. Selling houses, fixing houses, remodeling houses, buying islands, doing actual labor in order to have a vision come through. They're not disturbing anyone's peace. They're not cheating on a spouse. They're not mistreating their kids. They're not selling drugs. They're not in strip clubs. They're making money and flipping property and showing you how to do that shit. That's the only type of TV I want to watch. I want to see how these people live and how they go about buying an island. I want to see how these people go about buying property, land on different countries. I want to know. I want to know what they do for a living. That's what the fuck I want to watch. I don't want to watch reality TV. I don't want to see what outfit you got on. I don't want to see what you drinking tonight. I don't want to see what bag you got. I don't want to see what house you got, how you remodeling, what new car you got. Ooh, I got a new Bentley. Bitch, but can you pay for it if you wasn't on this show? Like, we have to aim higher. We got to do better. Stop watching that shit. If you want something better on your television, stop watching that shit. Not everything on TV you need to watch. Not everything on TV needs your views. Not every YouTube channel needs your views. If we didn't watch it, they wouldn't make money. And they're going to continue to make money because people have this sick thrill of watching people have a downfall in life when it doesn't include them. And that's sick shit. That is sick shit. Like, I don't want to see the demise of anyone, even if I don't know them, because I don't want to see the demise in my life. I don't want to see the demise in my children's lives. But sometimes, with a majority of people today, they want to see that shit. They want to see how you fucked up 50 grand on TV. They want to see how you bought a restaurant and that restaurant went to shit and now you in a hole. They want to see how you cheating on your spouse. They want to see how you lied on TV. And they want to see how you smile with your cute bag, your nice car, and your vacation trip with your fake friends. They want to see that. Why? I don't fucking know. But I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit. And nobody's asking my opinion on why I'm not watching that shit. I'm just telling you why I'm not watching that shit. And for your kids, if you have kids or if you have younger family, I don't suggest you watch that shit in front of them because that's not real. That's not how people act in real life. That's how people want to portray their life to others, and that's not real. Khloe Kardashian has a whole new face. I don't even know who the fuck that is. And she has a child. She has a child that has her genes and her father's genes. So when her child grows up and might have that fucking chin that she hated, and might have that fucking chin that her mother and her father made because it's called fucking genetics, are you going to tell your child to go get surgery for that face? Kim Kardashian had hella surgery. But all of a sudden now, she's that body type that everybody wants. And if you see the friends, quote unquote, that are around them, all of their faces look similar. All of their bodies look similar. Motherfucking ant butts. That's not true happiness. That's not real. How the fuck can a mother that went through so many fucking surgeries to change her looks and change her face turn around and tell her daughter that she's beautiful? How can you as a mother have so many children, girls, and a son that suffers from depression with all of the fucking money and fame you have, suffers from depression? Tell your children that they're beautiful and they all had fucking surgery. That's not real. How dare you call that reality TV? Stop watching that bullshit. My name is Shan. I'm not telling you no lies. I be peeping shit from the far and the shit just don't look right. It don't sound right. It don't smell right. I can't take it as real life. I will not take it as reality. I don't even motherfucking watch the news because I know they lying to me. Read, do your own research, live your own life, and have your own peace. Stop watching that bullshit that they feeding you. Because they're making millions off of making different cultures of people look like fucking fools. From Indians to whites to blacks to isn't there like a movie of rich Asians? Like, come on, man. They don't represent me. They don't represent you. So stop allowing them to have the space to do that shit. I want to go vacation wherever I want in the world without people fucking judging me off of what they saw people with my skin complexion on TV do. And I know you do too. Peace. This motherfucking cat keep coming to my motherfucking house like he live here. You don't live here. I ain't got no motherfucking food for you. That's not my cat. I do not know that puss. Okay? I don't.
What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? Hero Bread serves up 0 to 1 grams of net carbs, 5 to 11 grams of protein, and high fiber in every delicious serving. Made with natural ingredients, Hero Bread supports gut health, promotes weight management, and helps maintain blood sugar. Hero also drops other limited edition ultra-low net carb goodies like rich, flaky croissants and buttery brioche slider rolls. Head to hero.co to shop today.